Hi folks, I'm Luke, and in this first episode of Product Shoptalk, we're running down the top NextMatter updates and releases from this summer. For those of you who are new to this series, it's our first episode, Luke. Shoptalk is the monthly product update format presented by NextMatter, the workflow automation platform for mission-critical, high-volume operations. What exactly does that mean? Great question. NextMatter is workflow automation designed to help companies with really serious operations. Think about companies with really high operational volume, serving thousands of customers a day. Or companies with extremely complex operations, spanning teams, systems, databases, internal and external stakeholders. NextMatter helps these businesses by enabling them to automate their workflows exactly as they need to be, without compromising on functionality or user experience. For a better understanding of what NextMatter does, check out our website using the link somewhere down here. Here on Shop Talk, we break down product updates according to the people they serve most: workflow managers, builders, end users, and executives. Today we'll talk through new functionalities for workflow managers and builders, as well as some cool new UX improvements for your end users, whether that's internal team members, suppliers, or even your customers. Let's start with something visual: Flowchart view. Backed by popular demand, workflow managers want to share their workflows as a bird's eye view visual with others. Well, now you can. Click a button and presto. Flowcharts are a great way to sense check that you've accurately recreated your operations with a given workflow, especially when you have multiple conditions and complex steps. It's also an easy way to explain workflows to supervisors who just want the full picture without all the technicality. NextMatter steps are pre-configured blocks allowing you to accelerate workflow building. So why isn't this in the builder segment, Luke? Great question. Managers love steps as much as builders love the endless customization in NextMatter. Why? Because we made it easy for them. No additional coding or advanced configuration to set these steps up. So you want to automate emails sent to your customers or suppliers or even internal emails, but you don't want to set it up using your own email domain? Well, you can now send emails directly from NextMatter's email step. It's quick. Just add the step, format your email, add your conditions, hit preview to sense check that everything is okay, and you're good to go. It's great to automate Google Drive file sharing and storage within your workflows, but what happens when things change or when workflow conditions require you to choose from multiple options? That's why we've added more flexibility and options to our Google Drive steps, allowing the user to search and select which Drive folders to send files to or select files from. Auditability for compliance is super important for our customer. We're already a SOC 2 Type 2 compliance solution, and our workflow instances already include a time-stamped change log. Now we've added a change log to our workflow editor as well. This new audit trail allows you to go back into each workflow and review time-stamped changes, leaving no auditor left unsatisfied. Moving on to builders, let's take a look at the new releases that are going to be the most interesting for your tech-friendly workflow mechanics under the hood. Here's a quick update that just makes sense for when you need fewer options. It's especially appreciated by managers who deal with last-minute changes, team changes, and outs of office. When building workflow steps with user and team selection dropdowns, you can now restrict your list to only the group of people needed. For example, if a step in the workflow requires the manager to manually delegate a task to a team member in replacement of someone else. Now only the folks you've pre-selected will appear in the dropdown. Event triggering is a common priority for workflows, something considered easy but often complex, especially when a fully custom integration is required. Now event triggering is as easy as pasting a URL and testing it works. You can use Webhook triggers to start workflow instances automatically when an event occurs on a different platform, such as response on a customer support ticket or a change to the application status in an ATS system. We already mentioned email steps for workflow managers, but it's worth mentioning for builders as well. Any emails can be automated and sent with no coding using the new email step. But if your team decides to send automated emails using your own email domain, you can still update the workflow at any time using the SendGrid integration step templates. New integration steps are also ready to go. These are predefined steps ready to be implemented, so you don't have to build them from scratch. Outlook is one of the most frequently requested and is now live in your Builder's interface. The Notion integration step lets users send information from every workflow instance to their favorite company wiki. You can even create a Notion page directly from the workflow. Another game changer, especially considering 50% of all NextMatter steps are integrations, builders can now test any integration without having to run a test instance of a workflow. That's possible with the test integration feature. All you need to do is click on the gear icon of an integration step to view the configuration inputs and click on Test Integration. You'll be prompted to fill in dummy data, whatever is required to test your integration, and boom, green light, success, good to go. Last up, but certainly not least, are user updates. Now, it's worth noting that many of our product releases involve substantial UX improvements, which is great for you, especially if your users are customers, suppliers, or other external people. However, in this video, I'd like to point out one particular product update that's going to have your users rejoicing. If your end users are constantly on the go, driving around in their rental cars, or switching in and out of your app, changing their delivery information, then Autosave is going to be really critical for them. Whenever filling out one of your forms, Autosave ensures information is not lost if a session is paused or stopped. For example, if the connection is lost or a tab is accidentally closed. This update will result in fewer frustrated users and drive an increase in your task completion rate. Some final updates here. NextMatter is now available on a self-serve trial, full feature access with no payment info required at all. If you have a workflow that you've been just dying to find a solution for and you're ready to get a solution in place, head over to nextmatter.com, click Try It Free, fill out a super quick form, and you're in. We give you a nice little in-product onboarding, send you a bunch of free resources, and our operations experts are also standing by to help you with any more advanced building you want to try. Check it out, totally free. And this week, the NextMatter team is headed to Toscana. Toscana? You're not Italian. Right. Our whole team is heading off to Tuscany to reflect on our year so far, plan the remaining year ahead, and enjoy the cucina tipica. Thanks for watching this episode of Product Shoptalk. It's just our first episode, but we'll be updating you with new episodes and product updates every month going forward. If you liked the video, be sure to subscribe by clicking that little black button down there somewhere. And we'll see you next time.